The sky above São Paulo, Brazil, held the promise of a clear, sunny day. It was a day like any other, filled with the bustle of life. But on August 9, 2024, that promise was shattered. A Vopass Airlines flight transformed from a symbol of hope into a scene of devastation. The ATR 72-500 aircraft crashed into a residential area in Vinhedo. The once gleaming metal frame was twisted and broken, consumed by a raging inferno. The tranquility of the day was replaced by the piercing wails of sirens. For the 61 souls aboard, there was no escape. Their journey ended in a tragedy that sent shockwaves across Brazil and the world. The day that began with the promise of ordinary life had become a day of mourning. As the smoke cleared and the flames were extinguished, a chilling reality set in. Eyewitness accounts began to paint a grim picture of the final moments of Flight 482. Ana Lucia, a resident who witnessed the disaster, could only watch in terror as the plane spiraled downwards, a terrifying spectacle etched forever in her memory. "It felt like it was going to crash into my backyard," she recounted, her voice trembling with emotion. The sound, the speed, it was like something out of a nightmare. Across the city, people gathered around television screens, their faces etched with disbelief and sorrow as they watched footage of the disaster unfold. Globo News, a Brazilian news network, aired heartbreaking images of the plane's final descent, a vertical drop, a desperate spiral, and then the deafening silence that followed. Each eyewitness account, each grainy image, served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the suddenness with which it can be taken away. In the aftermath of the tragedy, the investigation began. Aviation experts, engineers, and government officials descended upon the crash site, determined to uncover the truth behind the disaster. Arthur Rosenberg, a veteran pilot and respected aviation analyst, meticulously studied the available data and video footage. The rate of descent was astonishing, he observed, his brow furrowed in concentration. The plane dropped nearly 17,000 feet in just 2 minutes. That suggests a catastrophic failure, perhaps an engine malfunction, a structural issue, or even an aerodynamic stall. The recovery of the plane's black box, a crucial piece of the investigative puzzle, offered a glimmer of hope. This device, containing the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder, held the potential to unlock the secrets of Flight 482's final moments. As the investigation continued, the world waited with bated breath for answers, hoping to find some semblance of understanding in the face of such incomprehensible loss. And our thoughts are with the families. Section 5. In the wake of tragedy. In the wake of the tragedy, the outpouring of grief and support was overwhelming. Vopass Airlines established a center at Guarulhos Airport to support the families of the victims. The company pledged to assist those affected by the crash, offering counseling and financial help. But amidst the condolences, families grappled with unimaginable grief. The suddenness of the plane crash amplified the pain, leaving a void that could never be filled. As the sun set on São Paulo, the wreckage of Flight 482 stood as a grim testament to life's fragility.